In a village where rain never stopped falling, one girl heard her name whispered inside it. The rain had fallen there for 3 years without a single dry day. Sena lived at the top of a lonely lighthouse above the crashing sea. She loved the ocean, even though it had once taken everything from her. Her father kept the lighthouse burning through every storm that came. Sena spent her evenings listening to the rain tap against the glass. She always listened carefully, as if waiting for something to answer back. That night, the rain sounded different, softer, almost like a voice. She pressed her ear against the cold window to listen closer. Somewhere inside the falling rain, someone had whispered her name. Sena's heart pounded as she stepped outside into the storm. The rain swirled strangely around her, curling like gentle fingers. She called out, asking who was there, but no one answered. The whisper came again, fainter, carried on the wind and water. She recognized something achingly familiar in the sound of it. It reminded her of a voice she hadn't heard in 3 long years. Sena rushed back inside, refusing to believe what she was thinking. Her father noticed her trembling and asked what was wrong. She told him the rain had said her name out loud. Her father's face turned pale, and he quickly changed the subject. The next morning, the village still glistened under endless grey clouds. No fishermen had sailed out in 3 years because of the storm. Some said the sea itself refused to calm down anymore. Sena walked along the shore, watching the waves crash violently. She noticed the tide pulling strangely toward one distant rock formation. No boat had ever returned from sailing near those rocks. That night, the whisper returned, clearer and more insistent than before. It sounded like someone calling for help through the falling rain. Sena grabbed a lantern and ran toward the edge of the cliffs. The rain thickened around her, swirling faster the closer she got. She saw faint shapes forming briefly inside the falling droplets. For one heartbeat, she swore she saw her brother's face. Her brother, Kai, had vanished at sea during a storm 3 years ago. Everyone believed he had drowned and was never coming back. Sena had never fully accepted that he was truly gone. She screamed his name into the storm with everything she had. The rain paused for one impossible second, as if listening back. Then it fell harder than ever, drowning out every other sound. Sena returned home shaking, unsure of what she had just witnessed. She began researching old village stories about the strange endless rain. An old fisherman told her the storm began the night Kai disappeared. He said the sea sometimes keeps things it isn't ready to release. Sena asked what he meant, but he only shook his head sadly. She found her brother's old journal hidden inside a sea chest. Inside, Kai had written about a hidden cave beyond the rocks. He believed the cave held a secret current unknown to any sailor. Sena's hands shook as she read his final entry before vanishing. He had written, "If I don't return, listen for me in the rain." Her breath caught as she realized the whisper had been real all along. The endless storm wasn't punishment, it was her brother calling for her. Sena decided that night she would sail toward the forbidden rocks. Her father begged her not to risk the same fate as Kai. She told him she couldn't keep living without knowing the truth. At dawn, she took her father's old fishing boat out alone. The rain wrapped around the boat like a guiding hand. Waves that should have overturned her instead gently pushed her forward. She realized the storm wasn't trying to hurt her at all. It was trying to lead her exactly where she needed to go. The whisper grew louder, weaving directly into the wind around her. She steered toward the jagged rocks everyone feared for 3 years. Behind them, hidden from every map, was a narrow sea cave entrance. Sena guided the boat carefully into the dark opening. Inside, the rain stopped completely, replaced by an eerie silence. Glowing blue light shimmered along the cave's ancient stone walls. She called out Kai's name, her voice echoing through the cavern. For a long moment, there was nothing but dripping water. Then, weakly, a familiar voice answered her from deeper inside. Sena's heart nearly stopped as she rushed toward the sound. She found her brother sitting against the cave wall, alive but weak. Kai looked older, thinner, but unmistakably, impossibly alive. He said the current had trapped him the night of the storm. He had survived on rainwater and fish that swam into the cave. He said he had been calling her name every single night since. Somehow, the storm outside had carried his voice all the way home. Sena wrapped her arms around him, sobbing with disbelieving relief. She told him she never once stopped believing he was alive. Kai smiled weakly and said he always knew she would come. Together, they climbed into the boat and rowed back toward the entrance. As they emerged from the cave, the rain began to soften. For the first time in 3 years, sunlight broke through the clouds. The villagers gathered on the shore, stunned to see them returning. Their father ran into the water, pulling both children into his arms. The storm that had haunted the village finally began to fade completely. Sena realized love had been the only thing strong enough to guide her home. That evening, for the first time in years, the sea lay calm and quiet under a clear starlit sky.